evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give, Singletary right side. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker complete. That's a gain of 11, would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. Touchdown, Detroit. Giovanni Bernard, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set. Go 20. Hey, I'm coming. Alert.
On first down, it's Stafford. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember: traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Check 6'6", pull it high.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. They run here with Singletary. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Express. Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 29. 29. Mike 50.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 26.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Stay 50, stay 50. All right, boys, here we go.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. To throw, it's Carr. On the screen, Bernard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Express.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Down. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Express. Go Mike 50. Go tackle. Let's go. We got this. 6-18.
Now a play fake. Carr. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time.
I
I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All day, dog. Middle. Mike 55. Oh, here.
From the 50, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, it's Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Stafford on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
In your face.
And middle.
55's my guy, 55.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, Haywood. 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Tate. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Washington. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him. Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
41 Mike, 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Rush in, rush in. Right Monday down. Express. That's it.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We got this.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check. White. Check. Express. Go get him. Go get him.
Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
22.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, Blue 60. 55, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch. Middle.
And the blitz does come. He finds Humphries. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr, and it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Carr now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Everyone, you got 4. 4 down.
29.
Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Redskins take
Get
over
ready. Get
1st
ready.
and 10
Get ready.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this. One. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On second down, Jacobs found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. To try again after the sack. Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I got one.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brandon Graham. Thank goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then Really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light. Go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave win. Still here, still in your ear. Stop so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Yeah, they can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my